EPC is standing for electronic power control. It's a symbol on the dashboard, common for VWs and Audis. Many times, as always is, when EPC error comes on, the car goes into a limp mode, it cuts power. Now, when it cuts this power, it's more like you have the time to move to the garage because possibly where you are, it's not in a best of places. It just gives you enough power to move to the garage without the risk of damaging other components of the car while you're using it. Now, the biggest cause of EPC errors are faults with the throttle body. Faults with the throttle body can come from throttle position sensor. Many times they have two throttle position sensors, primary and secondary, that they work in opposites. Now, if your throttle has a fault, EPC will come on because your throttle is actually what decides how much air should enter your engine. You could also have a fault with your accelerator pedal. In a similar way, accelerator pedal also has two pedal position sensors that also work in opposites. Of course, all these days, the sensor having a fault, but also the wiring to the sensors can have a fault. So wiring to the throttle body can be faulty, it affects you. You can have wiring to the pedal, accelerator pedal having a fault, it affects and brings EPC. You also have adverse misfires. If you develop and have a misfire, as sure as it is, the moment it goes over and above it, boom, EPC will appear. We have seen EPC coming in from faults in the ABS, like I mentioned, even the gearbox. You find a brake pedal switch having a fault, ABS is not picking that error properly. What does it do? Electronic power control will come into play. EPC appears on the dashboard, telling you that there is a problem somewhere else that you need to address. And for your safety, I've chosen to cut down on your power. So it also works in that perspective. You could also have a scenario of a fault within your gearbox. If your gearbox is faulty, remember gearbox and engine, they work as brothers, they have to speak the same language, EPC will come on. Why? Because the engine is not able to electronically control its power. Now it gets confused on what the other one should do. So what does it do? It also cuts power on this end. So you see EPC. So yes, whenever we see EPC, be sure it will cut down on your power.